Beybladex saw yet another successful month, jam-packed with events across the world on the WBO, having over 790 combinations in 264 top decks at 88 different events, which is yet another increase on last month's already growing stats at 8.6%. I will showcase to you the best blades to use for the month of March, as well as a combo that I recommend you try out for each blade. I'll also compare the data to the results from the previous month, so you can see just how the meta has shifted, and to understand what blade is right for you. And if you enjoy the tier list that we put out each month, please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next ones that we release. In a surprising turn of events for February, there are two blades previously very popular with the community that have now fallen below 5% of top deck features, or even 5% of win rates, which means that they are no longer eligible for the tier list. However, it is important to mention them so no one is confused why they are missing from this month's data. The two blades in question are Whale Wave, falling from 8% of top threes to 4%, and wins from 7% to 2%. This result is shocking for such a heavy blade, easily making 38 grams of weight, with a flexible upper or lower attack shape. It has likely been replaced by other heavy hitters in decks that are more consistent. The second blade to fall off the tier list is Samurai Saber, from top threes, coming in at 7% to 3%, and then wins going down from 6% to just 1%. This is a blade that I personally enjoy using a lot, and it even went undefeated not too long ago with it in my deck. The main downside for Samurai Saber is it's not strong enough to KO blades easily, and struggles against stamina combos. It is, however, still a great option against Cobalt Dragoon and attackers. D tier are viable to run in your deck, but might not be the safest option to win a tournament with. As such, you may have to put more time into these blades to see success. Shark Edge is the first blade of D tier, being very close to falling off of the tier list, as its top threes fell from 8% to 4%, and wins fell from 7% to 5%. With its wins still being at 5%, it will still be one to watch this month to see how well it does, and if it is to fall off the list soon. Shark Edge does provide a decent weight at around 35 grams, with two sharp attack points to upper attack blades, allowing for good pocketing and burst potential. I would recommend 360 low flat on Shark Edge for great offensive power, although it should not be expected to win spin finishes since it's an all-out attack build. Mall of Toys has just made pre-orders available for the Beyblade X Excalibur set, so if you want to save 5% on this pre-order or any other order you make sure to use code BeybladeXLab at checkout to save 5%, or click the link in the description below.
So we have Shark Edge on 360 low flat versus Wizard Rod on 960 ball. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Smack. Another heavy hit. Another one. Three, two, one. Oh, it's back in at least.
A new entry onto the tier list appears this month with Golem Rock entering into the D tier at 6% of top threes and 5% of wins. Golem Rock is an amazing blade that does an excellent job of covering up the ratchet, which blades like Whale Wave and Ghost Circle struggle to do. This allows for even 260 to become protected by this blade, as well as Golem Rock's jagged shape allows for the blade to have a great counter attacks, and you would find this to be similar to a lighter weight Knightmail. I would recommend 080 free ball if you like a stamina combo, or 760 low rush for an attack combo.
So now we have Golem Rock 760 low rush versus Wizard Rod on 960 ball. 3, 2, 1. Big hits from Golem. 2, 1. Almost into the pocket. Doesn't have enough, I think, to beat Rod. Oh, maybe. It's going to be close. 3, 2, 1.
C tier is for blades that will provide a more reliable result for your deck, but are not a mainstay in every deck that you build. Dran Buster sits in the C tier with improved results from last month, where it matched the top 3s at 8%, but almost doubled its wins from 6% to 11%. This is an amazing result for a blade which is declining over the last few months. Its great smash attacks paired with its almost 37 grams of weight has allowed it to still be useful in the current meta. I would recommend a different combo of 360 level that I've been finding success with as of recent, as you can hard tilt for great smash attacks as well as good stamina against attack types.
So now we have Dran Buster on 360 level with the 2 prongs facing the front end of Dran Buster, and then Wizard Rod 960 ball. 3, 2, 1, shoot! It's not making the contact I did one. 2, 1, shoot! Few chips. Has he got anything else left? No.
Impact Drake remains in the C tier with a slight drop off from last month at both 13% of top 3s and wins when compared to the 16 and 15% from last month comparatively. Impact Drake offers a very heavy hit with great reflection off of the rubber, but will drop in stamina quickly in the endgame due to the rubber as well. A worn Impact Drake with less rubber will likely do better for you, so if you are committed to this blade, you can be sure to see great results with it over time. I would recommend using 460 low rush as the blade covers all 4 sides of the ratchet, which also provides good weight distribution.
So now we have Impact Drake on 460 low rush versus the Wizard Rod on 960 ball. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Few chips. Not enough though.
B tier contains blades that will have good results whilst not being seen as frequently as higher tier blades, which the opponent may be more familiar with countering, so a B tier blade may put you in advantage against your competition. Aero Pegasus remains in the B tier for a 3rd month in a row, with its results falling slightly from 19% of top 3s to 17%, and its wins from 22% to 16%. This is a big surprise as this blade is amazing with a very heavy 38 grams of weight. Jessica was even able to win her last tournament with this rare blade. While I would rate this blade personally at a much higher tier, the stats have limited it just to the B tier once again. I would recommend Jessica's winning combo of 160 low rush since it drops the blade's height, allowing for it to continue using heavy hits even after the wings have folded in after excessive use.
So now we have Aero Pegasus on 160 low rush versus Wizard Rod on 960 ball. 3, 2, 1, shoot. It's beating the Wizard Rod, but not knocking it out yet. 3, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. He's back.
Knightmail sees a boost from C tier to B tier this month, with top 3s remaining at 14%, but the wins have doubled from 10% to 20%. This may be due to the latest part Underneedle giving it a defensive blade a true defensive bit to utilise, as well as its flexibility to be an attack type as well with good upper and down smash attacks. A fun combo to try this month would be 360 Underneedle.
So now it's Knightmail on 360 Underneedle versus that Aero Pegasus on 160 low rush. 3, 2, 1. Knightmail's hanging on. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. kit.
A tier holds the Beys that are not meta staples like those in S tier, but do offer amazing results and often are a good option for many bladers. You could happily run all A tier blades in a deck with no issue, unlike some previous tiers. Tyranno Beat remains in A tier with an ideal attack blade for many, having a strong weight of about 37 grams and the ability to down smash well for reliable victories at the higher heights. It does see its stats fall off by a third this month, which was a surprise to myself and I'm sure many of you as well, going from 31% of top 3s and 30% of wins to just 19% of top 3s and 22% of wins. This may be a result of low rush coming into the meta and not being the ideal choice for the blade that wants to be at a higher height instead of a lower one. I would recommend 360 rush for a long-lasting aggressive attack build.
So now we have Tyranno Beat on 360 rush versus the Wizard Rod on 960 ball. 2-1. 3, 2, 1. That should have been it. Really should have been it. Three, 2, 1.
Silverwolf makes the top of A tier once again, being the go-to choice for many in the stamina slot of their decks, being a well-rounded blade with a free spinning wheel to fend off attackers. It has fallen off from last month, like many blades on this tier list, going from 34% of tops to 28% and 33% of wins down to just 27%. I would run 960 Elevate as a fun combo that can counter Cobalt Dragoon, unlike the usual free ball combos that you will normally see.
So now we have Silverwolf on 960 Elevate versus Cobalt Dragoon on 560 Elevate. 3, 2, 1, shoot. It's looping the stadium. It's falling. They should equalise now. Okay. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Dragoon going to come back though? Or is it just completely gone? Surviving? No. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Equalise and spin.
S tier holds the best blades in the meta, being a key consideration for your deck. As always, you can expect at least one of these blades to be run in an opposing deck and should be thought about when building your own one as well. Phoenix Wing is the first blade of the S tier which remains the best attack blade to run and has likely seen a boost in its results thanks to the entrance of the low rush, which had not seemingly taken effect last month. Phoenix Wing sees its top 3s go from 45% to 47%, and its wins jump from 43% to 50%. Phoenix Wing has always been a beloved choice by Takara Tomy, having now 4 different versions of it available, and I would recommend 160 low rush as the likely best combo to run at the moment on Phoenix Wing.
So now we have Phoenix Wing on 160 low rush versus Wizard Rod on 960 ball. 3, 2, 1. That's back. That is the beauty of 160 on the Phoenix Wing. No 3 points here, just the 1 point, and you will take that every time. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Cobalt Dragoon, with no surprise, remains in the S tier, being the heaviest left spin blade available at 38 grams and working perfectly with Elevate. Its top threes matched last month's at 52%, but its wins fall from 58% to 52%, which is still a very solid turnout, and an alternative combo to Elevate builds would be 360 low flat for a very aggressive style for those that do hate Elevate or don't have access to it yet.
So now we have Cobalt Dragoon on 360 low flat versus Wizard Rod on 960 bull. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Aggressive attacks. Dragoon needs to make contact now if it wants to stay alive. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Dragoon is falling over though. Needs to get to the middle.
Finally, Wizard Rod makes its way to the top of the S tier as usual, being a versatile blade that can always rely on the standard meta stamina combos for success, or even become an attack or defense blade when needed. It's seen its stats shift a bit from last month, going from 59% of top threes to 65%, and from 63% of wins to 59%. The combo I'd recommend trying is 960 Hexa for a safe defensive aimed combo to beat attackers and Dragoons much easier.
So now it's Wizard Rod on 960 Hexa versus Cobalt Dragoon on 360 Elevate. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Crushing Rod now. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Three, two, one, shoot. Loads of contact is being made, but Hexa doesn't care.
And if you made it to this far in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you thought of the results of the blades in the comment section below.